Both can be used as verbs. Experience as a verb means to feel or to undergo something, or absorption by one or more senses when something happens. Experiment as a verb means to undertake something in order to discover something new, to innovate, or to gain a deeper knowledge, a deeper understanding of something that already exists. For example, while singing, she experienced an unspeakable joy. We do not say while singing she experimented an unspeakable joy. Experimenting the same method repeatedly and expecting a new result each time is insanity. We do not say experiencing the same method repeatedly and expecting a new result each time is insanity. A similar sentence is widely quoted as said by Einstein: insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. This quote is, perhaps, misattributed to Einstein, as it appears in a mystery novel titled Sudden Death, written by Rita Brown. Many versions of this quote exist. Madness is doing the same thing multiple times, but expecting the same result every time. Misattributions like this are quite common. What happens actually is that a person may quote another person without mentioning the original speaker's name, and people suddenly misunderstand that the person who is quoting is the original speaker of that quote. For example, the famous phrase, "standing on the shoulders of giants," is attributed generally to Sir Isaac Newton. It is debated that Newton was alluding to a simile said by a 12th century man named Bernard of Chartres. So, misappropriations do occur, and it often remains a debatable issue as to who had coined it first. Anyway, let us come back to our discussion of the word experience. Now, the second point is, experience cannot be replaced by live. The statement that what a person had experienced in early childhood will determine the person's adult behavior is debatable. Not the statement that what a person had lived in early childhood will determine the person's adult behavior is debatable. So, experience cannot be replaced by live. He experienced a traumatic childhood. We do not say he lived a traumatic childhood. Of course, experience is living. If you don't live, then you don't experience. But experienced is not replaced by live here, because live is a much broader term. The word live is a much more encompassing term than experience. For example, the child had experienced a trauma or multiple traumas in childhood. The child was living them at the same time. However, the child was also experiencing other things that make up the totality of living his childhood. Comparatively, live is a broad term, while experience is a narrow term. Hence, they are not interchangeable. Got it? Yeah, there is a very subtle difference. Now, the third point is, experience is a bit formal, while felt is informal. For example, while dancing, she experienced immense happiness. We can say this informally as while dancing, she felt immense happiness. The context should guide the usage. If the context is formal, write the word experience. And if the context is informal, write the word felt. For example, he felt a deep love for her. This is informal. And we can say the same thing as he experienced a deep love for her. This is formal. So, depending on the context, use the word. Sometimes the context is only formal. So, the informal word cannot be used at all. For example, the firm experienced a steep rise in profits, or let us say the company experienced a steep fall in sales. This is formal, this is a formal sentence. We cannot write the company felt a steep fall in sales. Here, felt cannot be used. Clear? Can you do the exercise now? Okay. Please start. Thank you.